Rian Johnson does Agatha Christie here on the Rich Reviews channel. Hi there folks, and last night I had the distinct pleasure of watching Rian Johnson's latest film, Knives Out, and now after a divisive reaction towards The Last Jedi, Rian Johnson has turned away from the science fiction genre that has made him so famous with Looper and obviously Last Jedi to a certain extent, and he returns back to sort of the comedy mystery section that made him a household name in the first place with Rick and the Brothers Bloom. He basically invites us to show you a family, and now granted, I don't read much mystery novels, I just don't, or Masterpiece Theater or PBS mystery for that much. So we're invited to meet this family whose head is played by Christopher Plummer, who was found dead. In real life, Christopher Plummer is actually 89 years old, so he's still ticking away. And I guess the Christopher Plummer character is really a well-renowned mystery writer. Obviously, the sharks are swimming around him, as is his family, and includes the Type A daughter played by Jamie Lee Curtis. She has a philandering husband played by Don Johnson, of all people. Michael Shannon as the son, who basically runs the publishing empire, although we come to learn later what has happened to that. And also we meet the widowed daughter-in-law played by Toni Collette. Her daughter, Catherine Langford, obviously from 13 Reasons Why. She'll get more work after this because I think she's great. Obviously they're all suspects, and also there is a maid who, granted, my apologies for forgetting names here. I'll probably edit the thing down the bottom here to tell you her name. And she has probably one of the more useful tools, at least to the police. If she tells a lie, she ends up puking. I had that slight disability. Maybe that's a disability or maybe that's a gift. I'd be like, God dang it, why do I have this? We are indeed met with Benoit Blanc, played by, Daniel Craig, who is having a wonderful time doing things without a license to kill here. Obviously, the couple of police detectives in this film, Mr. Blanc is obviously oversimplifying a straightforward case here. Then also, later on in the film, we do begin to meet another relative played by Chris Evans, who is more like Johnny Storm than Captain America. Also, at least at one point during the film, one detective mentions, oh yeah, they live in a Clue house. This is miles better than Clue. There are two types of mysteries that go along with Benoit Blanc. The one, you know a couple things about him, and then he uncovers the skeletons in the closet, or he basically is like, he's fully formed along with the characters involved, and it goes from there. Here he is. For the former, you do get the skeleton involved, how basically, obviously Don Johnson's cheating. At least at one point, Curtis says, oh, I got a loan from my father to start my business. Now, of course, we learn eventually that loan was $1 million, aka Trump, maybe? Yes, Chris Evans does, I guess, have a drug problem, or basically he's like, obviously, probably the funniest moment in the trailer is like, Michael Shannon is like, yeah, you skip the funeral, come early for the will reading. It's very rare that Hollywood takes a chance on murder mysteries. I can't really think of the last time that Hollywood has crafted a well-crafted murder mystery. And again, there is one analogy late in the film that involves a donut that I'm like, wait a minute, that doesn't truly make sense. Granted, if this were an average Scooby-Doo mystery, and I'm sorry to evoke the name Scooby-Doo, although I think there are moments of Scooby-Doo that are indeed brilliant. The person at the end of that would be like, if it weren't for you meddling kids. I mean, here, the person who is responsible, if there is someone responsible, it doesn't go that far. Although it does say something that's quite true, actually. At least at one point, the maid's mother is watching a Spanish subtitle version of Murder, She Wrote, which is probably one of the more famous TV shows in recent years. Again, was I fully with this? Yes, the audience was crackling up a storm, and this, considering this is Thanksgiving holidays, I would highly suggest you seek this out instead of, Charlie's Angels or whatever else. Here's the thing, I would love to see another Benoit Blanc case. I really would. Given his foghorn leghorn type of charm, I would definitely think if this made money, which I know is probably a curse. I think Rian Johnson has not necessarily set out to make this a franchise, because I think he just had a one-and-done mentality. And also, this film ends with a very fascinating final shot, and you wonder, okay, how is this gonna affect everyone else, knowing this one person has something over them. So in the end, folks, what I'm gonna say about Knives Out, I am gonna give this a leave work early. This is probably a definitely contender for top 10 of the year. So folks, what'd you think of Knives Out? Have you seen this? What's your favorite murder mystery thing? So I'm on Twitter at Michael Rich, at Rich Reeves 2, for whatever reason. Help me out there. As always, folks, like, comment, subscribe, enrich yourself with knowledge. I'll see you next time, folks. Yes, hooray.